I saw the trailer, I saw the cast, and I was like, I gotta see this movie. Did I? Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about the new movie, The Bikeriders. It's a crime thriller starring Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, Michael Shannon, Boyd Holbrook, and Norman Reedus. The cast is incredible, and the performances are pretty solid. That's not my issue with the movie. This will be a spoiler-filled review. So the movie is based on this book. This photographer followed a biker gang around for a little bit, taking pictures, interviewing people. So it's based off this book. The story is told from the point of view of Kathy. She's the wife of one of the writers named Benny. The movie opens with us, with Benny in this bar, not listening. He's supposed to take off his colors because he's always wearing his jacket. And he gets into I would call it a fight, but he ain't really fight too much. And then we get the narration, and a lot of people are comparing it to the Goodfellas on bikes, and it's like, I'm not seeing it. So Kathy is narrating, and she's being interviewed by the guy, first in like the 60s, and then later on in the 70s when she's older. And she just starts telling us how she met Benny. And she basically showed up to a biker bar. Everybody was rough and gruff, but Benny was just pretty and perfect. And he didn't say much. She just said, I gotta leave. And then he went outside to ride his bike. All the people came out. She got on a bike with him. And he drove her home after spending some time together. But for me, the movie has no substance. It's like, yeah, these guys are riding bikes. They're in a biker gang. Why? It's supposed to be a crime thriller. There's not much crime. They're just riding bikes and having picnics and fighting with each other occasionally. But the characters have Benny in particular has no substance. And we spent a lot of time with him and Kathy early on in the movie, Austin Butler's character. But he doesn't say or do much. We don't know why he loves being in this gang. Because in that fight, he gets hurt. They try to cut his leg off essentially, and he's in a cast. And it becomes this issue where Kathy wants Benny to stop riding. And Johnny is played by Tom Hardy. He created the whole biker gang. He's in charge. And it becomes this, I don't want to say a love triangle, but it's this tug of war between Kathy and Johnny over Benny. And Johnny's like, yeah, Benny's an adult. He'll do what he wants. But Kathy's like, tell him not to ride. And he's like, I can't tell him what to do. He's grown. He's going to make his own decisions. So she's kind of upset at Johnny. Not at the rest of the people, but upset at Johnny because Johnny's like, yeah, we having this big picnic. You should come. And he's like, I can't ride, but I'll be there. But we never understand, like, why does Benny love this group so much? Why does he want to be here? Why do these other people want to be here? And it just feels like it's just a bunch of scenes happening. And it's nothing pushing the story forward. So as the movie goes on, people want to join the gang. People in other chapters. People in Milwaukee, because this is taking place in Chicago. So people in Milwaukee wants to create their own chapter, and this other place wants to create their own chapter. So it just starts growing, and the picnics are getting bigger. And they say it like in narration. Kathy's like, yeah, it started to be like a tug of war between the young and the old. And every once in a while, she'd throw a scene in, like, hey, you heard what happened to this guy, and we'll get a scene of some of the new people attacking an older person, or some of the new people acting out of character because there's so many new faces and they don't know all the rules. But like during the movie, I'm just like, why do I care? Who should I care about? Should I care about Benny? At one point, Benny is just like, I don't want to be the leader. It's never going to be me. And he just drives off. And he's just gone. She said he left for like 2 years. He just left. That was his line. It's never going to be me because he doesn't want to be in charge. And he just leaves. Like, he never has that moment where he's like, the gang is like family, or I'm here for this reason. Tom Hardy, he had a little bit more to do, because after we see the injury to Benny, we spend a little bit more time with Tom's character, and we see like why he created the gang, because he seemed like he wanted to do something else. He wanted to be cool. He was a family man, so it wasn't like he was just lonely. He had 2 kids and a wife. But again, it's like, why do I care? All he was doing is drinking, talking about bike. He used to race bikes, so now he just drinking on the bike, smoking on the bike. Family picnic day. Get into a fight, then we drink. And that's the movie. And I'm just sitting there like, what? Okay, what's the crime and the thrill? So the crime. Let's talk about the crime. Benny gets beat up at a bar. Johnny finds out, goes to the bar, gets the address of the people, and they're like, okay, let's burn the bar. They burn the bar down. They just watch. Cops, firefighters, nobody says anything. Johnny's like, yeah, they're scared of us. But why? What because there's a bunch of people on bikes? And that's the crime, arson. And then they just go about their lives. It's not like they're out there doing a bunch of stuff. It's not like there was one person that came in and tried to make them sell drugs all over the place. It wasn't really any of that tension going on in this movie. So I was bored a lot of the time with things that were happening in the movie, because I was like, I don't care. Even when one of the main guys died, it was just a car backed up into him. And it was like, but he was like the heart and soul of the group. And it kind of started to fall apart after that, because, you know, he was the right-hand man of Johnny. But I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, yeah, he was cool, but it doesn't matter. The introduction of Norman Reedus, it was fun seeing him look weird and different. But again, it didn't matter. There's no substance in the movie. Yes, it looks nice. Yes, the characters are performing really well. The soundtrack is hitting. But it's like, why do I don't care about anybody. Kathy at first, very annoying voice. She sounded like Bobby's mom in Bobby's World. I don't know if you remember that cartoon. Bobby had the big head. He was on a tricycle. She sounded like him, but I adjusted, so it didn't bother me after the initial when she came on. But we're just hearing everything from her point of view, but we're not hearing anything from Benny. Like, why? Why are you here, Benny? Why did you just stay outside of her apartment and asked her to go get a beer? Like, why? Why did y'all fall in love? Why did y'all get married in 5 weeks? It was just like, yeah, we got married in 5 weeks. Like, but we don't see any of that. So the movie for me is boring with no substance. So I don't know if you should go see it. Matter of fact, go see the movie, because the cast is really good, but it's a no for me in terms of rewatching this movie. Those are just my thoughts. If you watched the movie, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening.